There's three aspects to it. You can look at it as a resource, you can look at it as a living experiment, and you can look at it as a paradox. As a resource, the Geneva Center for Security Policy and the Center for Creative Leadership bring together some 70 years of experience in leading innovatively in their respective spaces. So we're a resource that combined is like no other place in any university, and we're both recognized as being like in the top 10 around the world for what we do. So we're a unique resource for people in Geneva and around the world, and we address some really, really innovative and challenging leadership challenges that are faced by everybody here. As an experiment, we are unique because it's not been done before, and it is an experiment. So we're learning as much as anything else. And one of the key aspects that we're learning about leading is that leading is about learning as well. So we're an experiment. We're bringing together 70 years of experience on both sides, hundreds of years of professional experience of the people inside, and we're experimenting our way forward. GCSP itself started as an organization to reimagine what diplomacy and what leadership looks like in military and defense. And it continues that tradition. And CCL does the same thing. We started with innovative ways of looking at how to lead that were outside of the military, outside of corporate, things that were new. And so we brought in things like glass ceiling, multi-rater assessments, many kinds of innovations that today are standard. And the Geneva Leadership Alliance tries to bring all this together in what we call kind of a paradoxical way. We've got tradition that we need to take care of. There are things that work. We're evidence-based, we're research-based. So there's this element of tradition that we really respect, and that's really important in GCSP space as well. But then we have to innovate. And so tradition and innovation are things that you don't necessarily see in the same sentence. But every leader in every organization, particularly these multilateral, complex, diverse cultures, really need to know how to innovate and respect tradition. So in essence, we're a resource, we're an experiment, and we're a paradox. We bring together tradition and innovation as a resource that's unique across the world. And we bring it to people here in Geneva and to organizations that they work with outside of Geneva. We offer ourselves as a trusted advisor. Organizations that are trying to reimagine how to lead in this complex and diverse environment need a strategy. And so how do you create a strategy when everything is emergent, when everything is polarized, when you need to respect tradition and innovation? And so we act as a trusted advisor to identify how you can align an emergent strategy with leadership development activity, a leadership development strategy for the talent that you have inside. And we do that on two levels. We look at individual, the human capital, what do I need to do as a leader? And then the social capital, what do we need to do? What are the practices that we need to share? So what we offer are trusted advisor design kinds of skills to help you figure out how to develop your leadership core in your organization. We also offer open enrollment courses so people can come in and mix with other people from other organizations from around the world. So they're kind of open enrollment courses around core essentials in leading in complex and turbulent and extraordinary times. And we also do kinds of evaluative work. We can help you assess what it is that you need. We can help you take a look at where you need to go before you start the design work. So we do assessment, we do trusted advisory work, and we do custom educational programs as well as open enrollment programs. It's hard to answer the first two questions about what and how without really asking yourself why. And I can almost turn the question around and say, of those 70 years I spoke about, I've been working in leadership and organization development myself for 30 years. And never before have I seen such rapid change, such unpredictability, such polarized tensions, and such tangled information ecosystems. And it doesn't seem to be getting any better. It's part of why we're experimenting our way into this. The reason is that we're in this disruptive environment, and it's going to continue. So we brought these two institutions together to experiment our way forward, to take what we know that works, our research, and also recognize this disruptive environment and help others with us learn how to lead in that context. So the why is really big. I think we need it today more than ever before. And when we looked around, The other leading institutions with whom we compete all the time, they tend to be universities like IMD or Harvard or Stanford or any of the number that you can find. None of them are bringing these two together. So the why is we need it, and we have these two really world-class assets as a resource. And that's why we did it. Recognize that leading is as much about learning as anything else. And recognize that as a leader, you need to help in this really extraordinary time others learn to lead. Your institutions, your friends, your workmates, your subordinates, and your bosses. It's about learning. So if there's one key aspect that I could say is become self-aware, learn how to learn, and learn how to lead learning.